Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Awashai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, and to the Yakwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm. I'm coming back at you with another lesson in truth. Hot topic of the hour is hypocrites and false prophets, and how there's a Jake on here. This is a video called You Fat Niggas are Deceived by Witchcraft, which was put up by GMS upon precepts with a beloved brother. And you know, and they truly are, because what you gotta understand, man, that this chain smoking, smoked out, burnt lip guy with this bald face talking about Israel. The Israelites have been on the internet for 12 years going against black power, black movements, and all of a sudden you got a group of Israelites screaming black power and then talking about Edomites and Israel all in the same thing. If you are too stupid to see that this is set up. Secondly, this guy, the first video that I saw, he came out of nowhere. You know, I didn't know if it was real or fake, but nevertheless, a lot of the things that he was saying is real problems, real issues. But the problem is that this is controlled opposition, which is controlled by Esau Edom. And with the threats that he's making, you know, he keeps saying, if you do this, you're going to do that, and you're going to do it. Esau done killed thousands of us, hung thousands of us, shot us down in the street unarmed. How many more do they got to do before in fact does anything? See, this is just to get you riled. You clowns riled up like this one right here. This big mouth clown, all right, whose hat looks stupid on his head, is too big for his head or something. This guy who's big up in this guy, all right, this Mason, this wannabe Malcolm X guy here. But this is and this dude is just another false, you know, a false prophet Pharisee, man. This is Matthew 23 and 27. It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto the white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanliness." And he's all unclean because he's not speaking according to this gospel, like the scripture says in Psalms 88 and 20. Let me grab that real quick. Not Psalms, but Isaiah. This is Isaiah 8 and 20, and it reads, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." All right, there's no light, no truth, no understanding in this man. Right, none whatsoever. I watched a video where he rode up, they screaming black power, black power, black power, and then all of a sudden he's talking about slow down. Let me talk to the Edomite. Like I said, there's probably over 20,000 videos on the internet of the Hebrew Israelites coming against black powerness. We always tell you that you're brown and you're not black. And I'm looking at his skin, and his skin is brown. His watch is black. No one's skin is that color. All right, I'm tired of telling that to you dumb people out there. Right? And like I said, the so-called white man, these KKK, which he's threatening, they've already done their damage. So what are you waiting for? If this guy was for real, if in fact was for real, they would already have bodied plenty of Edomite cops and Edomite KKK and militias and all that by now. How many more do they have? How many marches do they have? You have to gather together before anything is done. Talking about, well, we don't want to talk no more. Hey, it's been past when in fact should have moved when they shot Mike Brown. You know, and all the others that's been shot, man. Matter of fact, they should strike just for vengeance, just to make the Edomites leave alone. So, but they're not doing that. Why? Because they're controlled by Esau Edom. And in that video, when he approached that car, you can see that Edomite was not intimidated by all these niggas screaming black power, with their automatic weapons and all that. Why? Because it was all staged. Because after they were done, the director yelled cut. And then they put it up on the internet, and dummies like this nigga here, all right, like that nigga there, believe it, and then talk shit about the true men of the Lord, because the men of the Lord are not carnal, man. All All right, this cannot be done through the hands of man. It's the Lord that set up Esau, Edom, the sword, the wicked. All right, and it's the Lord that's going to take them down, man. Point blank, period. Let's get another scripture. One I brought out a couple days ago. Bring it out again. This is Job 15 and 34, and it reads, "For the congregation of the hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacle of bribery." This guy was bribed. He was paid to do what he's done, man. And he's just going to lead you people. Basically, what he's doing is opening the door so that they can move against the true men of the Lord who have done no violence, who have not gathered with guns and that whole sort of thing. All right, but this guy is going to do that. All right, that's exactly what he's doing. All right, claiming the Israelite thing at the same time, screaming black power. The two don't go together. All right, quite simply, the two don't go together. But see, Esau's sloppy and he's desperate. All right, and so the only thing he's got left is his sword, because he can't compete scripturally, scholarly with history, because all his history is fabricated and has more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Okay, let's grab another quick scripture. This is Mark 7 and 6, and it reads, "He answered and said unto them, We have Isaiah the prophets, Salakia, we have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites. Well hath he prophesied of them." All right. "Well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, The people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me," man. So screaming Israel, Israel, but you honor not Yahweh, because Yahweh said that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right. It's the word. The word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Esau, Edom is so hurt by the truth coming out that he's hiring hirelings like this one, so that he has an excuse to move against us carnally, because they'll come up with anti this and anti-S, anti-Sim, anti-this and anti-that, when you speak the truth about history, that they just don't match up. They are not the people of the Lord, and they have a problem with that. All right, they have a serious problem with that. One more scripture. This is Luke 12 and 56, and it reads, "Ye hypocrites, you discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern this time?" And the time is coming to an end, man. And like I said, this guy, he ain't bodied nobody yet. How many more people got to be shot and killed by the police and on camera before they do anything? As a matter of fact, should have just went down there, if they were for real, and they just would have got at Esau, but they did not do that. They staged this rally and this very seemingly violent protests, or seemingly violent threats, but they're just threats, just talk, man. It's all charades, it's all for show, man. And besides, he also said in this video that you niggas are not with it, are in the way, and you need to kill them. Hey, look, why in fact was talking all that, Jake was in the hood shooting and killing their own people, man. All right? Hey, less than 2 weeks ago, over 100 people were shot in Chicago alone, man. And they were shot all over the country. So guess who the niggas are in your way, in fact? Because how you gonna start a war with Esau when your people at war with themselves? So you're a bunch of hypocrites. And all you black power niggas, man, because you ain't complaining about the Crips, about the Bloods, about the gangster disciples, the black disciples, the BDs and the GDs. You're not complaining about the Latin kings. You're not complaining about the counts or who else? You got vice lords and Blackstones. Spanish disciples. You got all these gangbangers, man. The deuces. You get the West Coast bangers, and you got the Midwest bangers, and you got the East Coast bangers, man, that are constantly at war on their own people. And so guess what? In fact, those people not with you. All right? So it seems like before you go at Esau, you got to clean them up first. Are you going to do that? See, these big guys are all talk, man. Just hypocrites and hypocrites. And that's what made me bring out those scriptures, man, how hypocritical it is. As a matter of fact, let's let some of this garbage play. You can see the setup, man. All right? Because the men of the Lord been on the internet for 12 years, man, and they haven't invited You know, the apostles of the great millstone on the mainstream media. You know, I know that, you know, the apostles spoke about them interviewing them before, and he said out of the whole thing that, you know, they spoke for like a half hour or something to that effect, and all that they got out of it was a few seconds, because they're never going to allow that to happen. But someone who's programmed to say what they want to be said, to push an agenda, well, here it is.
I want to send a big shout out to everybody on my morning mentor all around the world. I will let you all know that I have accepted an invitation from ABC News to do an interview. I will let you all know that I have accepted an invitation from ABC News to do an interview. Teachers, lectures, you didn't pull up like motherfucking Grandmaster Jay did yesterday, my nigga. None of you motherfucking woke niggas on.
And then simple clowns like
white,
that.
Militia groups come out mad, protesting. They don't have, they don't want to wear masks, things along those lines, and storming state capitals. What I've said to people that when I see this video, the actions of these black folks totally different than what I've seen for some of these white protesters in Michigan and Wisconsin. I mean, absolutely. But people all say, "Oh my God." Because again, we know how America is. We always say it. America freaks the hell out when black folks with guns show up in public. Well, you have to understand something.
And you best believe behind the scenes there were white people on some of these cameras. If you think they weren't, if you think they're gonna allow that these good old boys is gonna allow this sort of thing to happen, you people are wow. All right, because look, they could send in one drone and wipe out all them people at one time, man. One drone and wipe them all out, man. It's just that simple. All right? Hey, so, you know, and with that, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. With that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar, you know, and let the Bible, let the words of the scriptures fight for you, man. Let the Lord do what he going to do. Don't follow a man. Follow the Lord. Call Halal Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar, Wa Abba, Shalom.